What's up, guys? Welcome back to another beautiful season in Costa Rica. In this particular location, it is one of the most diverse areas in the entire world. One of the things I love about this area is the vast, lush, green vegetation and habitat. It's got incredible food, incredible culture, incredible people. You really couldn't ask for a better place to go spearfishing. Welcome back to Costa Rica. Found some fish, let's get them. This was the very first group of the entire season. As usual, I usually start off with one of my friend groups because it is my birthday. And the very first day we found some tuna. They were small, they were deep, and they were not playing nice. Typically, we jump in front of the dolphins and try to dive down and meet these fish at depth. As you can see here, Kiki from Live Freediving is lining up and looking at a few different fish. Most of the time we're able to get these fish to come closer, but as you can see, even when Kiki has the gun held close to her body, they aren't really giving her that perfect shot. It doesn't help that these fish are probably 20-30 pound fish at best, and they stay just out of range. We do dive after dive after dive, and as you can see, we have to go way deeper past the dolphins just to even try to get into the tuna. Here's another opportunity where Kiki's starting to line up, but as you can see, the tuna are staying just out of range. Eventually, we get tired of aiming at these tuna, missing, diving deep, so we decide to switch it up and head into the reef. I make a drop and I see a handful of Cuberas. Nothing big, but it'd be nice to eat. I line up and I take a shot, and all I get are a couple scales. First shot of the season in the reef for me, so I was a little rusty. One of the things I love about diving in Costa Rica is I never have to worry about the sharks. In other areas, when it's murky or there's bad visibility, you always get this feeling that there's something watching you and you're kind of thinking about it and looking over your shoulder. In this scenario, I don't have to. I was following Nate into the wreck. I told him to go take a peek inside. There's lots of big Cuberas in there, but I never let anyone shoot inside the wreck.
They're there.
They're big?
Big. 60 pounds easy.
Yeah.
They're big.
Yeah.
They're in the pilot house. They're f***ing monsters. So big. Ah!
Yeah.
Fuck.
It's really cool when you see them, huh?
Oh my god, they're so big. Each dude, like, they're so big. They're unnaturally big. They're big.
The reason I don't let anyone shoot inside the wreck is there's a good chance that the fish is either going to tear off, get tangled up, and possibly lose the fish. I have an unspoken rule with these Cuberas. They're safe when they're inside the pilot house. If they're on the outside, they're fair game. Here, Nate goes and shoots a smaller Cubera and starts pulling it up. I go to help him and I realize that his wrist is completely tangled and cinched down on the line. So what I do is I go ahead and release that pressure so he can slide his hand out. And the first thing I do after that is go ahead and loosen that drag and allow us to swim to the surface with the gun, releasing line out of the reel. It's lucky that I was there because Nate was completely trapped.
Yo, that was a crazy dive. I untangled your fucking hand. I literally gave you enough line to unget your hand out.
Thank you.
That was so sick.
No one's getting out of that. Bueno para comer.
Kiki, you should have seen it. His entire hand was inside it, a loop.
After the reef, we decided to push back out and see if the tuna were getting any easier, and we came across this floating bag of trash. It looked like a typical trash bag, but the fish that were underneath it were incredible. Look at the colors on these fish. Easily a couple thousand of them.
Whales!
Eventually, we ran into a huge pod of pilot whales. Normally, they're moving pretty fast and they don't want anything to do with us, but this pod allowed us to swim with them for hours. When I say hours, I literally mean hours. We dropped on them at least 5 or 6 times each hour. We'd jump in, swim with them for 5 minutes or so, and then we'd get out, let them have their space, and then we'd jump back in with them again.
That one was sick.
You could tell that they were interested in playing with us because they would look up at us, turn, make this eye contact. They were not afraid of us by any means. It was really an incredible experience to see the true beauty of these longfin pilot whales. Eventually, we found another school of tuna. I jumped in, missed. Well, it wasn't our time for the tuna. It was the first trip of the season, but I decided to go ahead and celebrate my birthday. As you see, Nate's showing off, riding on the surfboard. He thinks he's so good, but he still falls anyways. I decided to mix the groups. Nikki, Cooper, Zach, Kelly. They joined Farrell, Kiki, Nate, and I spent my birthday with surfing, waterfalls, bonfires. Really couldn't ask for better to have 2 groups of friends of mine join in together. Cooper, Nikki, Zach, and Kelly were excited to see what was up for the next couple days. All right, good morning. Some familiar faces.
Hello.
Coop, Nikki.
Hola, amigos.
These 2 shenanigan makers. Let's see if we can get something today. We're gonna go try for some tuna. Maybe we'll hit the reef, I don't know.
Let us tell you about today's adventure and how good it's gonna be. You just stay tuned for the craziest day on Kelly Young's YouTube channel ever.
As usual, whenever Kelly's around, we have a little more action on camera. Zach and Cooper, they're absolute characters, but when we film for Kelly's YouTube channel, she does a really good job of getting everything. And when I say everything, I mean soup to nuts. If something's happening, she's catching it on camera. So I picked up on some of her techniques. As usual, we went offshore looking for tuna, jumped in, found some dolphins. The crazy part is there weren't even any tuna with this pod of dolphins. Normally at this time of year, we see dolphins and tunas together. Once we got to the reef, I jumped in and the first fish I saw was a golden trevally. I love shooting these golden trevallies because they make excellent ceviche and they remind me a lot of our yellow jack that we see off of South Florida. It's a great quality meat, easy fish to hunt and shoot, and we needed some. We decided to go a little deeper, and you can hear that I'm grunting at Cooper. I can see that there's Almaco Jacks and Cuberas off in the distance. Here's Zach's footage. He sees the Almaco and he smokes it. The Almaco tries to run into that rock, so of course I grab that line and I start pulling as hard as I can. These fish are pound for pound powerhouses and they're incredible. Here's Kelly making a drop for the backup shot on Zach's fish. She undoes the line that got on her foot. Boom. Great shot. There's Kelly's angle. Lights out. Good thing, because these fish tend to go crazy when you try to put your hands on them. Zach got himself a monster.
That's an Almaco. That's a dinner-eating fish right there. Look at that pretty baby. Look at those purples on him. Shining bright. That's a new spot, first drop. Went down, see what's there, and Almacos came to say hello. Hello! You will be sushi! Hello, sushi!
In all seriousness, Almaco Jacks get a horrible rep in South Florida. Here in the Pacific, the meat is incredible, white, and perfect for sushi.
Look at the horse.
I don't know if you guys can see. There's a horse there. Was that Cooper?
Do you see it? It's so pretty. Look at the vultures in the background. You can see them spread their wings. They're back there.
Yesterday, Cooper shot a very big Cubera.
Muy bien.
It was solid. It was like every bit of 45 pounds. Yesterday, we went looking for tuna and we did not find them again. Well, we did. We saw some. They were small. We ended up giving up on that and heading back into the reef where we were able to take 3 fish. We got an Almaco. We're gonna eat that for sushi tonight. Really good here. Cooper got one of the biggest guacamayas I've ever seen. I think it's like definitely top 2, 3. And then I got a nice little Cubera. So we're gonna do a little filet party this afternoon, have a few cervezas, and eat one last dinner.
What about tonight?
Oh, that's right. We will more than likely go looking for prawns in the rivers up in the mountains and in the jungles. So we're gonna go collect some of those. We gotta be careful because there are a lot of poisonous snakes in this area.
Venomous.
Venomous, look at that. Yeah.
Not poisonous.
You're right, actually. I should have known that. There are a lot of venomous snakes in this area. Also, big cats, pumas, jaguars, things like that. So I'm excited. I've actually never done it at night. My good friend Michael is going to take us and be our Sherpa?
Got me on that one.
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't think we're
Shaman. He's gonna be our shaman. Anyways, let's go see what we can get on our last day of diving. Day's done. I got a Cubera and Cooper got a Mondo-sized guacamayo. Where is this guy?
Hey.
Let's put it, his guacamayo was the size of my Cubera, so there it is. Anyways, we got some fish, much needed after a couple hard days. Let's go eat them.
Which Cubera is this?
This is the story of a girl.
Cried a river and drowned the whole world.
Dude,
this is the Cubera that I shot. We're done diving. 3 days, really tough. Fish were deep, fish were scared, but our guys pulled through. We have some Cuberas, some guacamayos, some Almacos. Cleaning up the last of the Cubera right here. It's a good 3 days with this group. Catch you on the next one. Boop. Here's the guacamayo getting broken down by the dual edge deck stream. I love that serrated side. And we just released our new Neritic cooler bags. I was prototyping it here in Costa Rica. Get yours now.